Hello, everybody. Oh, it's exciting to see you. I'm going to follow Irish ballads. It's going to be less about kilt penises and more about regular penises. Boom! Okay, warming the crowd up. Good. I like what our host said earlier when she went on stage. He was like, "This is great because we have like paltry few." I don't even know what you said, but you said it with the desperation of somebody who had been like in an ice storm, like that caveman. They chipped out of the ice, like, "There's a girl here!" Like, what have you guys been doing to women? That's so god-awful. Am I not supposed to want to be here? Because I feel comfortable. Does that emotion need to change? Should I feel weird? I feel weird all the time. It's cool. What's that? I could what?
I said, you look like you fit in my trunk.
Oh, that's adorable. That's about killing. I like that guy. He's very charming, except for the trunk thing he said about me. It's like, I've got D's. I clearly don't fit in your trunk. Okay, yeah. I like being here too, because it's like being in the most artistic bat cave I've ever seen. Yeah, I think it's fun to be here because it's like being inside of a piñata. It's like, oh, it's very dark, but you know if you reach out, you could touch fun somewhere. You're close. I like to think about things positively that way, you know? Like I developed a twitch under my left eye the other day, which is not very sexy, but I'm being positive about it, you know? Because what is a twitch but just like a really edgy blink? So that's going well. I had a moment the other day where I exhaustedly sat down on my bed. I sat on my glasses and popped a lens out, and then I went to the fridge and I was completely out of food. But I was like, this is going to be a positive experience. So I found myself eating pudding breakfast wearing a sassy monocle. It's going good for this lady. Also, by the way, I did a show recently where I opened for a band, and that band was called Rape Door. They asked the girl with the pudding jokes to open for that band. Like, Rape Door, that's a humdinger of a name. Oh. I have to say it like that because that's a very aggressive name. You want to counter it with some silly stuff, but that technique doesn't work well all the time, you know? That's like calling a coma a danger nap. At a certain point, you still have to pull the plug-a-rooney. Darker. Boom! You're artists, you get it. Oh, you guys, if you don't like any of my jokes tonight, I don't want you to think of me as a bad comedian. I want you to think of me as like a really hilarious poet. Yeah, so that way at least I'm using my liberal arts degree. I graduated from college about a year ago, and they immediately started sending me these letters. They wanted me to donate money to the college, which I don't have any of that, you know? So I got angry and I sent them back, but I sent them back filled with my toenail clippings. Just glued in the shape of the word unemployed. So that way they fully understand how much free time I have. All right, enough to be listening to kilt songs on a Monday night. I really did like your kilt songs. It looks like you invented smiling. Oh. Covering up insults with compliments! Boom! No, I did enjoy it. But, so you guys, I had my first kiss when I was pretty young. I was like 20, 21. And it was with an autistic man, because it just was. And he wasn't like diagnosed by a doctor or anything, you know, he just couldn't make eye contact, and the only way he could start a conversation was by talking to you about either the first Die Hard movie or by talking to you about any of the other Die Hard movies. So we were making out, and at a certain point he stopped and he looked at me and he went, "You have to be the Indiana Jones in this situation." Okay, and I get it. What he meant was like, you need to take control, but what I heard was, we need to get you a hat and a whip. Why is it always snakes? The end of that joke is always that hand movement. But, yeah, and so what else did I have about? Oh, yeah, it was like, Yeah, it was sort of like dating one of those geniuses at the Apple store, because I always had to make an appointment to see him, and I never left satisfied. Yeah. People made fun of us a lot, but they wanted us both to be heard, so they would do it in binary code. They'd be like, Lainie and Jake sitting in a tree. 1001010101010101010. It loses its sting when you have to do it in groups of 8. All I'm saying. My stepdad told me that. He's a scientist. I get it. I recently moved to Uptown, which I'm very excited about, but one of my roommates keeps telling me, he's like, oh, I wish there was an Applebee's closer to here. Excuse me. That's like being at an orgy and being like, oh, this is going great, but you know who I wish was here? Grandma Eunice. Yeah, I get it. She's fun to be around and she always brings cookies, but we don't need her here right now. This is our thing. Orgies. So, that being said, I don't like the way that young people try to have parties. Like, when somebody my age tries to invite me to a party, they have this idea, they want to have a party like it's an episode of Beverly Hills 90210. Like everybody's wearing a mini dress and doing cocaine. I don't want to go to that party. I want to go to a party that's like an episode of Roseanne. That way everybody is wearing flannel, eating loose meat sandwiches, and if you say something sarcastic, there's a lot of laughter. I feel more comfortable at that party. Like, I want to go to the kind of party where if I clog the toilet, totally okay. Highlight of your year. Oh, me pooping? Not okay? Moving on. I wish I had another poop joke to tell right now, but I don't know that I do. I'll think of it later. Don't worry. We'll come back to it. What's that?
We were letting it sink in.
Oh my god, we should do a comedy duo. Oh my god, we could be just like the Sklar brothers, except I'm a girl and you're not funny. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm very just kidding. You're very nice. Oh, I'm sorry. In a new place, not the right place to insult people? Ooh, surprise. Yeah, okay, so my sister asked me the other day, she said, if you could have any dream come true right now, what would it be? And I said, to be able to afford a car. Which is rough, because that means even in my wildest dreams, I'm still making car payments. When you're younger, it's like, shoot for a Toyota. Or, fuck, I messed up that joke. He gave me some alcohol, and I'm kind of tired, and it threw me off that I insulted you. That's how my brain works. It's like, you feel bad? Now I feel bad. I'm sorry. Can we hug?
Now you know my sex life.
That's about your sexing?
And now you know my sex life.
I know, sex is hard. I'll do that joke again, and it'll be less funny. Okay. When you're little, it's like shoot for the moon. And even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And then you get a little bit older, it's like shoot for a Toyota. And if you miss, you'll land on a bus sitting next to a guy scratching his nuts in public, talking on an imaginary Bluetooth. That's what the bus is like. Great. I was at the bus stop the other day, and this guy looked at me, and he was like, he figured out I worked at a restaurant. And he said to me, that's great, make $50 just for looking cute? Sure. You know, but then he was like, yeah, and it's not the 50s, nobody's gonna grab your ass or nothing, it's more organized now. I don't think that was the problem. You didn't just solve sexism with the same attitude you used to organize your file cabinet. He said it like, oh, I just shattered the glass ceiling, but I shattered the glass ceiling with my huge dong. Like, it doesn't work that way. How much time do I have left?
None.
Okay, cool. Goodbye, I'm Lainie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Woo!